Hey guys, this is Tiffany and today I'll be doing another Parsons video for you guys. And I know it's been a really long time since my last video. I've been trying to get out a video for you guys, but it's been really hard for me to do that amongst my schoolwork and my work. So now I'm approaching the end of my winter break now. I forgot my video camera and my mic back at the apartment in New York, so I apologize for the quality, but I really wanted to bring out this video before school started because I know that it's gonna take a really long time for me to put another video out there throughout the next semester. So I hope this video really helps you guys out. But before I start anything, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for checking my videos out, and really I'm astounded because I'm just a normal student like everyone else, except I might be a little weirder, but I'm seriously just a normal student, and I've actually had my first viewer come up to me in school during winter break and say hi to me. So I don't know, that was just very exciting for me. So I thank you guys so much for... What is this? Oh, great, okay. Anyways, so I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I really hope this actually helps you guys out. Okay, where to start? Let's begin by talking about my past semester, during the fall semester. That was my first year of sophomore year, and it was my first year going into my actual major, which is fashion design. I've got to say, I don't know, every year I feel like the grade above me is always like, oh, freshman year is the hardest, or sophomore year is the hardest. I don't know, but I think it depends on your professor, really. So my number one advice would be, don't let subjectivity bring you down. See, personally, I think subjectivity is something that you can't really avoid despite our efforts. I feel like especially in art school, subjectivity is something that is just hard to avoid because each professor has a certain way that they work and teach their students, and each peer also has their own style, and I think it was the hardest for me because I was trying to fulfill all of these requirements that were laid out for me through my professor and my peers, and I would always compare myself to a student whom my professor really liked, and I would be like, oh, maybe if I try their style, then the professor will really like my style too. Maybe that means that I'll be as good as them. In high school, I worked really hard to achieve the grades so that wherever I applied, I could have the chance to be able to go to a certain school. I don't know, I always really wanted to try my best, so throughout, I don't know, for how long, I put my focus on grades. So I thought the same principles followed throughout college as well. So foundation year, I didn't skip, okay, I skipped some classes, but I didn't really skip like that many classes. I only skipped like one or two, and I tried really hard to get all A's. I feel like that focus shifted in my sophomore year as I realized that it's an experience. You have to explore different styles and try to develop your own voice and style, even if that means you have to fail, even if that means it might not work out the way you want it to. But I feel like if you don't try out everything there is for you to explore and learn throughout your years in college, it'll be really hard for you to be explorative when you are actually in the real world, in the industry working. I don't know. I feel like the most important thing is for you to just explore the different styles right now when you're young and when you're in college. And don't compare yourself to other peers. You know, it's really hard to define what's great and what's beautiful since there's always different standards. So don't be so discouraged and keep working and keep developing your style. I'm still developing my own style too. You know, as I'm doing my work, I know that my style will continue to change and grow. It's experience. You just gotta get your way through and learn. So one YouTube comment that I get really often is, do I enjoy Parsons? And I must say, I think Parsons really grew on me over the years, from the moment I got accepted all the way to where I am now. And I think Parsons is really one of the most challenging things that I have gone through in life, but also it's something that I really learned to embrace. And I know that every time someone asks me, oh, is it hard? I'm like, Oh, it's so challenging. It's so much work. I'm so busy. But I think it's all in a good way, honestly. It's so challenging. I know my roommate and I are always like trying to comfort each other, get ice cream, and it's something that you really work on. It's tough throughout the years, but I think I really learned to love Parsons. Like all schools, there's issues here and there, especially, like I said before, it being an art school, subjectivity is always a matter. But Parsons is really one of the schools that are more liberal, I guess. And I mean, it has to be liberal, it's an art school in New York. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go about, even within your major, and then they're very conceptual, so they're accepting of most of the ideas that you come up with, and they love to encourage students to do their best. And the professors really have great experience. We have a lot of professors that have been working in the industry and are still working in the industry in the big companies, so they have a lot to offer. I feel like that's just a really great way to not only learn how the industry has been, you get a really great network as well. And going from there, I'm going to be talking about networking, because especially when you're in New York, I think in all industries actually, but especially in fashion, networking is one of the most important things, because the different people that you know and you connect with, you can get so many opportunities with I don't know, say you designed a garment and you need someone to shoot for you. And if you have networked with someone in the photography major, then, you have your connections right there whenever you need. Typically, if you just look for a photographer online, it can get expensive. I feel like that's why throughout college it's so important for you to create and make your own garments, make your own projects, because you have your friends and peers that are offering all this help for you. They're trying to get their portfolio together too. It's really important to network. You get so many opportunities to collaborate with so many other people, and you get more opportunity for internships. I really think so. I got an internship through a friend actually, and I really loved the internship. I learned so much from it, and I'm going to be interning again this fall semester because they really liked me when I worked before. Seriously, put yourself out there and connect with everyone. It's really good for you either way. And going back to the main question, yes, I do enjoy Parsons, even though it is tons of work. I don't mean to scare you guys off or anything, but it is tough work. People generally have an idea like, oh, art school isn't that hard, but it is pretty tough. It's always a personal battle as well, because you're trying to find your own voice while also fulfilling the requirements of a course. So yeah, it is tough, but I enjoy it so much. I love keeping myself busy, and it's really motivating. It's something that builds my identity and my personal goals, while also, being able to graduate and get a degree. So it's a win-win situation, I think. So question number 2 is, how's the workload? And I think I pretty much answered the question in the previous question, but I'm just gonna say, I think generally for fashion design, it is pretty acknowledged that the workload is pretty heavy, especially depending on your professor. But in general, if you put a lot of effort into it, it will make a difference in the result. Sometimes I have so much work that I end up half-assing some of my projects, and I can really tell at the end, especially when you do a critique at the end with all your peers, and you have to present your project. If you half-assed it, you can tell the difference sometimes if you didn't work as hard. So yeah, I think since it's a personal project for yourself as well, might as well put all your efforts into it, and trust me, you'll be able to tell the difference at the end. It'll do you good. So yeah, don't half-ass things. Don't. Because then you'll end up spending so much time at the end to try to go back and fix it so that you can put it into your portfolio, and that takes so much time, and you already have enough things to do, friend. So just saying, put all your work into it. Make it easier for yourself. And as for other majors, from what I've heard, it is a lot of work for a lot of people too. But I don't think a lot of my other friends in other majors have that much of a hard time finishing their projects, but I don't know. I'm in fashion design, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so the last question is going to be kind of just the mush of everything. It's like classes in general, peer attitude, social environment, No! It's my dad. Classes in general, peer attitudes, social environment, and city living, etc. So I'll start with peer attitudes and social environment. On YouTube, I feel like I get a lot of questions like, what's the social environment like? Are peers friendly, etc., etc. Yes, it is competitive, but I was very surprised or taken aback when I first came into Parsons, and I was so scared on the first day of my classes. I was like, oh my god, everyone's gonna be so mean. I'm gonna be the quiet little girl in the corner and just like looking up at the professor, and everyone's gonna make fun of me. Yeah, no, that was just a very naive concern. Yeah, trust me, most of the people in the school are very friendly, actually. They're very chill people. You know, city living, everyone's pretty chill. I don't know. So you don't have to worry about the stereotypes that, I don't know, media set up. Because, girl, you'll make a lot of friends here. Yeah, don't worry. I think it's a pretty encouraging environment. Throughout the classes, no one's very judgmental. If anything, they'll say it nicely. During critique, no one says, oh my god, that project of yours is so nasty. That's not socially acceptable. So don't worry. Classes, critiques, they can be tough because of the professor, but none of your peers are really gonna act out. If anything, they'll be like, oh, I loved your project, or I really like your color palette. You'll find plenty of people that are like you. You guys are in the same industry. You guys will have a lot of similarities. If any differences, you can learn from them. Don't worry about drama. If there is drama, just walk away. It's not high school. You guys are adults. We're all adults trying to learn throughout the industry. Just stay strong and stay positive, and you can do it. I promise you. So as for city living, I was planning on doing a whole series for you guys. I'm kind of running out on videos to do for Parsons, unless you guys have more questions, because then I will do more videos. So just leave it in the comments below, or if you want, you can email me at yt.tiffanyjhwang@gmail.com, and I will try to get back to you guys. As for the city living series, I kind of want to do things like city bites, like food, good foods, cheap foods to eat for students, cheap places to go for, I don't know, art supply shopping, fabrics, you name it, you ask me and I'll answer them for you. I hope this video helped you guys out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks always for waiting. And if you ever see me on campus or wherever, please come to say hi. I like saying hi and giving you guys hugs. Yeah. Come by. I hope to see you guys around. And good luck with everything that you do. And till next time. Bye.